How exciting. Oh, it's Strivectin. Ugh, hopefully it's something good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new then welcome. My name is Kristina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. Today we are going to be unboxing this advent calendar from Ulta Beauty. This is the 24 days of self-care advent calendar. Spoiler, I am going to be opening all of the boxes, like all of the days today. So if you don't want to watch it, I would advise skipping through this video, but if you want to see what's in this before making your purchase, then let's get started. So this advent calendar is actually the one from Ulta, probably the only one that has like really intrigued me. So this says it's $60 with a $250 value. I have tried to kind of ignore other videos opening this specific advent calendar up, but I have seen there's a couple of things in here. They list down like what's in here. I just don't know what days and all of that stuff. So let's open her up. All right, so here is what the box looks like. That's really cool. This is my first advent calendar, guys. I kind of went crazy on the advent calendars, and I plan to do a couple more videos on them. And I felt like it would just be really helpful because I know advent calendars can be pretty pricey. So you want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth, especially with so many that are out there right now. I think that this would be a really cute gift to give because it just looks so festive and it's really beautiful, just generally really beautiful. Obviously we're gonna go in order here and I'll be explaining each thing that is in there. So day one is right here in the center. I'm going to try to show you guys and then I'll kind of see it in my viewfinder. Are we ready? I'm excited. Day one. Oh, we have the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40. This is just a mini one, but honestly, I feel like these last a very long time, especially for me as someone that has a lot of different sunscreens. Super popular. I want to say this is their most popular one. This is going to be the sunscreen that comes out as a clear gel, kind of like a silicone type of sunscreen. Really awesome if you have oily skin type, but also really nice if you want to use it as like a makeup primer because it helps to smooth over the skin really nicely. This is a great way to start this advent calendar. How exciting. For me, I am not the biggest fan of the Unseen sunscreen. I really much prefer the Glow Screen from Supergoop just because I like my sunscreens to be extra dewy even though I have an oily skin type. However, I know that this is a fan favorite. So for everybody else, I think that this is going to be so exciting to get on your first day. I'm already having so much fun and it's only been the first one. I think it's just the not knowing, the excitement of not knowing, but knowing it's going to be something good. Day number 2 is right next to 1. So let's open up day number 2. Just going to pop that right there. Ooh, I already see it. I'm ruining it for myself. Okay, this is the Peace Out Acne 10 Acne Healing Dots with salicylic acid, retinol, and aloe vera. For me, I'm someone that likes pimple patches that have active ingredients within them. I don't really like just the hydrocolloid because I feel like it doesn't do as much for my skin. This has salicylic acid, so it's going to help really get down into that pimple. It also has that retinol, so it's going to help with the texture that the pimple leaves, and the aloe vera is going to help with the inflammation. I have these, I've used these before, and I love them. I think they're great. Usually with this one though, I do find that it works the fastest if you do kind of like pop that pimple a little. I know it's not ideal to pop your pimples. You probably shouldn't, but usually with pimple patches, they work a lot faster. And that may be one of the reasons why I like mine to have active ingredients in them, because with the retinol in there, it's going to help with any sort of acne scarring and hyperpigmentation that the pimple might leave behind. So quick tip for you. There are 10 in here. This is going to be perfect for travel size. Dare I say traveling for the holidays. That's a really good one. I'm actually traveling for the holidays, so this will probably be in my toiletry bag. Great. Okay, so where is 3? I'm gonna close that up for now. Here we have day 3. Don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's some sort of tubed product. Hard to get my thumb in there. Stop! Okay, this is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. This is my holy grail dry shampoo. I'm not even kidding. If you guys have seen any of my videos, whenever I talk about dry shampoo, it is this one. This is the absolute best dry shampoo I have ever used. The scent is very, very light. It's very fresh and subtle. It feels so weightless compared to any other dry shampoo I've ever used, and I've used a ton. I've used dry shampoos from the drugstore. I've used high-end dry shampoos. I've done the powder ones that you like spray or sprinkle into the hair. I've done aerosols. I've done liquid ones. I could go on and on. Out of all the dry shampoos I have ever used, this one is the most undetectable in the hair. I will go in and spray down my roots before bedtime. Yes, I like to leave it in my hair. Now, depending on how thick your hair is, how oily your hair is, just really cater it to what you typically need. But for me, since I do have more thick hair and something that can get very oily, I like to spray all up in my roots. I'll section it out, spray my roots, and then I will go to bed. I won't zhuzh it out. I won't shake it out or anything. I'll just go straight to bed. And usually I toss and turn when I sleep, so some of it does come out as I sleep. But in the morning, I'll go ahead and brush it out or zhuzh it out of my hair, and then I have volume. I actually use this today, right before this video. Not this one, but I emptied out my giant can. I am so excited about this. That I can't express enough how good this dry shampoo is. Guys, 3 out of 3. This is a great box so far. Here is 4 on this side right here. How am I gonna hold this? I guess I'll hold it like this. Okay, day number 4. What's that? Looks like Juice Beauty. Yeah, so this is Juice Beauty's Green Apple Peel Full Strength Exfoliating Mask. Ooh, I've never used this. I actually don't know if this is a full size or not. Gonna pop this bad boy open. It says, reveal a brighter complexion with our patented best-selling potent alpha and beta hydroxy acid mask that delivers spa-grade exfoliation while reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as dark spots and discoloration for optimum age-defying results. Okay, so this is definitely not a full size. As you can see, the box is a little bit bigger than the actual product here. However, I feel like you would still get a good amount of uses to know exactly if you like this product and if you want to go ahead and invest in the larger one. It's been quite a while since I personally have used anything Juice Beauty. I think when I was first getting into makeup and skincare, maybe I had something. It might be nice to kind of cycle within your skincare routine. Definitely not something that you want to use daily. So that being said, I feel like this would probably last you a couple of weeks or so you can really get a feel for the product and see if it's something that you like. There's something so exciting about this. And typically you open each day as the days go on in December, so it's exciting because you get a little surprise every single day. I love that for you if you get this. Day 5. Oh, day 5 is back on this side right here. Here you go. I'm not gonna look. I want to surprise myself. This one opens up. Oh, it's Tula. Okay, this is the Tula Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. I actually have this. This was a gift, I believe, when you hit platinum or diamond or something at Ulta. They gave you a full size, or they gave you the option to get one of these full size. It's a gel texture. It does come out clear and it foams up really, really nicely. So if you like a really foamy facial wash, then this would be really nice for you. I don't find that it's too aggressive on the skin. If I remember correctly, it does have a slight scent to it, but it's nothing that seems like an additive. It almost seems a little fruity because there are fruit extracts within this cleanser. This refreshing gel cleanser removes dirt, impurities, and makeup without stripping or over drying. Prebiotics, probiotic extracts, and turmeric leave skin purified, soft, and balanced. Again, I would say that this is a pretty good size, honestly. And the way that I'm approaching this advent calendar, guys, I should have said this earlier, is I feel like you get a good taste of each product, like size-wise, and figure out if it's a product that you want to invest in later on the like full-size product. For me personally, I have been using acne-based cleansers, so that is just me. I feel like my mom or my sister would really like this, so I might be gifting that to them. And just so you guys know, I will be adding this advent calendar to my shopping button here on YouTube. If you click this shopping button, it'll show you a drop-down menu of this advent calendar, and I figure I would go ahead and link all of the products that are included in this, like the full size, or if I can find like a mini or deluxe sample size, then I will include that as well for you. And all you have to do is click on that and it should take you directly to Ulta's website. Okay, I'm gonna close up this side because day 6 is actually right here. It's a smaller section. Is it philosophy? Yeah, it's philosophy. It's Hope in a Jar Smooth Glow Multitasking Moisturizer. It looks like a little sample size right here. This one's quite small. I will say this is sort of smaller. I would say you would get a good maybe 3 to 4 uses out of this, just depending on how much moisturizer you use. Maybe this is something that you use specifically in areas of your skin that is more dry. I am so tempted to open this up and like feel it. Oh, it's not even sealed. Okay, I'm going to touch it. Okay, let's see what this feels like. Okay, that's a really nice texture. So it's slightly thicker. It's not a gel cream. I typically go for gel cream moisturizers because, like I said, I do have more oily skin type, but this is definitely a cream, but it doesn't feel super thick. Doesn't feel heavy. If you do like a thicker moisturizer at night, if you have oily skin, I think that this would be good for you. And if you have normal or dry skin and you just like a thicker moisturizer, then this would be nice. I wouldn't say it's the thickest moisturizer. I would say that this has kind of like a medium viscosity. So it feels like it would be pretty universal, which makes sense that they put this in the advent calendar because you want to put something that is going to work for the majority of the people that are going to be buying this calendar. All right, let's open up day 7. Day 7 is right next to day 6. Longer tube-like product here. Oh man, I have that moisturizer in my hand now. It's slippery. What is it? Olaplex. The Olaplex number 3 Hair Perfector repairs and strengthens all hair types. This is very exciting. A lot of people love Olaplex. For good reason. I think it's a great protein bond strengthener type of product. Now, if you do have dry hair and you're looking for moisture, Olaplex probably should be something that you stay away from because the proteins can end up kind of drying your hair out and causing breakage if you do have dry hair. So keep that in mind. And it's great for every so often doing treatments and stuff. So if you're typically going in with moisture, maybe once or twice a month, if you want to go in with a protein rich type of treatment, like something from Olaplex, that would be really good for you. This is good. I've actually purchased the full size. And when I say full size, guys, it's still a pretty small bottle. I will say it's like a tiny little bottle right there. But I don't know about this size because at least for me, I have to use a lot of this product. This would probably be maybe one use for me. I will say if you want to just try it out, see if you like it, definitely use this mainly on the ends of your hair as well as a little bit on the mid shaft. See how it does. The good thing about this though is that you will probably see results right away. Like after the first wash, you'll be able to tell a difference because this does again bond your hair. So it'll be very easy for you to figure out if you like it or if you don't. Let's find day 8. Ooh, day 8's right here on this door. It's a tiny little baby door. Let's see if I can do this. Little door. Oh, Too Faced. We have a Too Faced lip injection, the extreme version, guys. Uh-oh, this is gonna burn. It's a little baby. It's a little baby lip gloss, which honestly, I'm going to be so transparent right now. This burns. This hurts me. So having a little one is ideal because I'm not going to use it all the time. In theory, if you use this in the outer edges of your lips, it's going to swell up those areas and it's going to look more plump without the effects of having to put it all over the lips because you do have a lot of pores around your skin and around your lips and stuff. And a lot of people that do experience loss of volume on the lips, it starts around the lips and then goes towards the center. So, you know, makes sense to do it on the outer parts. So in saying that, I think that this is still a pretty good size because you only need it to line the outer edges of your lips if you do it that way. This is a nice little treat to have, and I mean, as far as my experiences, I don't use this every single day, so I think that this would still last you a pretty long time. Guys, these are really good. So that would technically be the first week and a day of the advent calendar, and so far, very impressed. I feel like it would be a really good week for you if you're opening this daily. Okay, here is day 9. I'm gonna do this right next to my head. Okay. Dermalogica? Is that you? Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite products from Dermalogica. We have this little daily microfoliant from Dermalogica. All right, this is a really good one. And I'm not mad at this size because, to be honest with you guys, I do have the full size one, which isn't much bigger than this. And I still have not gone through it, and I've had it for over a year. Now, granted, I don't use it every day, so if you do use this every day, I will say you're gonna go through it a lot quicker than I do. So it is a very, very finely milled powder type of thing, and what you do is you take a little bit of water, rub it between your hands with the powder, and it turns into this sort of pasty-like cleanser, and then you use it to wash your face, cleanse your face, and it is not only a physical exfoliant, but it's also a chemical exfoliant, which is really interesting. I learned that during one of those workshops with Dermalogica. They said that this is meant to be a chemical exfoliant, but you also get the benefit of the scrubby bits of it, so it also is kind of like a physical exfoliant, but you're meant to make this into a really whipped, moussey-like texture. You know, you're supposed to like whip it up with a brush, maybe if you have a foamer for cleansers. That is the most ideal way. However, that is not to say that it won't work if you just rub it between your hands with a little bit of water. It will still be effective that way. Day number 10, we're in the double digits here. All right, so here is day 10. Why is this one so difficult? Okay, I got it. Day 10. What's that? Pericone MD Cold Plasma Plus Sub D Neck. It's a neck treatment. Okay, got it. So Pericone MD is a very, very pricey brand. I will say that whenever I worked at Ulta, it wasn't a top seller, but typically whenever people purchased it, it was those that were more of a mature age group. So it's definitely something that if you've been introduced to it, if you have used it before, you become very loyal to the brand, very loyal to the products. That is what I noticed personally whenever I worked at Ulta. This is pretty small. I wonder, oh, it's also sealed right here, so I don't want to open that up because I don't know if I will personally be using it. I will say though, as the years gone on, I have noticed that I do have a little bit more texture on my neck, especially here downwards. Like I have a little bit more like fine lines, and also not KP necessarily, but it does look a little bit more spotty. Personally, I don't think that this is something that I should be using on my neck just yet because I do have like a little bout of eczema right now, right here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but throughout the last couple months, I'll have random breakouts and I have to use like a prescribed cream for it. So I'm very careful not to put things right here around my neck. So I will probably be passing this on. So it typically comes in a jar and the full size is $135. I mean, they have before and after pictures and it looks pretty promising, but we have to take that with a grain of salt, right? So we have to look at how long they were using this. Maybe they were photoshopped. We always have to go into this a little skeptical. It says apply generously to cleanse neck and jawline area. So I don't know how generous you can be with this. Maybe you'll get one use out of this, maybe two, just depending on how much of a surface area you're trying to cover. But I also feel like if it's a high price point product like that, you're going to want to add a bigger sample in there to further incentivize, you know, the consumer to want to buy it, because if they can only use it once, then they're done, you know. But if they can use it several times and really see a difference, and then they see a difference after they finish the product, then I feel like that's more convincing personally. That's just me. Day 11. So it's on this door right here. This is a larger section, which is exciting for me. Oh, it's CosRx. It's CosRx, guys. Oh, it's the retinol. Okay. Wow. Wow, how exciting. So CosRX, the retinol, I have this one. I have the full size jar of it. I bought it during like, I don't know, a sale, and I like it. Why did I stop using it? I stopped using it because I wanted to focus on acne care. Oh, and then I got prescribed retinol from my dermatologist. So this kind of sat, but I will say this is a pretty big tube. Wait a second. Maybe I don't have this. Is this a cream? Oh, this is the cream version. So I had the serum like oil version of this. In my opinion, I think that this is a pretty large tube, especially because typically you don't want to go in with a lot of retinol. If anything, you just want to go in with like a pea-sized amount of retinol all over your face and you're good to go. This says that it has a 0.1% concentrate of retinol. That's pretty high. I think that this is great because I feel like it's a little bit more universal. I feel like anyone in their 20s and upwards can use a retinol. Oh, this is the full size. Okay, so you get a full size product. This is the full size of the retinol and it's $27 usually. So I think that's a great value. That's super exciting. As a full size product, I think this is a really good one to add. CosRX is such a good brand. I use their essence all the time, you guys know that, but yay, I like this one a lot. I'm very happy with this. That's a good one. Okay, here's day 12, not very far from day 11, and let's pop this one open. It's about the same size. Oh, Briogeo. This is a great mask. I feel like Briogeo is so generous. They always do little like sample sizes or mini sizes of this mask. And because of that, I've had this multiple times while traveling. I've also had the full size. I just love it. I introduced this mask to my sister. She loves it. This is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This is a hydrating mask, but it also has, again, some of that protein in it. So it's going to help with bond building and strengthening of the hair. This, I would say you don't need a ton of it. Whenever I use this, I use maybe a tablespoon of it. Whenever I use it in my hair, I find a little bit of this goes a very long way. So for me, I've made a bottle like this last 2 to 3 uses. And again, it's a mask, so you don't necessarily have to use this every time you wash your hair. But if you wanted to, you could, because for a while there, I was using deep conditioning masks in place of regular conditioners. And it smells very nice, and it's not going to be a super thick, buttery type of mask. I would say that it has a little bit of jelly-like texture to it while still being a cream. It's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like it goes into the hair really nicely. I feel like my hair absorbs it very well, and then whenever I'm in the shower, I can just kind of like rake through my hair really easily. And if you're already a fan, then this is a great little travel size of the mask. Here is day 13. Ooh, we have a Murad product right here. It is the Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. Let me look this up. I actually don't know much about Murad, and I don't know much about this product. So I will say again, this is kind of small. Massage evenly over face and neck. So this is supposed to be for your face and your neck. So it's very small for that. You probably only get a couple uses out of this. And I feel like something like this would probably take time to actually see results. Whoa, the full size, the 1 ounce is $105. That is so expensive, but it does have 4.8 stars and 528 reviews on Ulta's website. Okay, so they seem to have a lot of before and after photos, and it says after 4 weeks. So after a month of use, you're able to see clear differences. And again, take it with a grain of salt. We don't know for sure. So kind of the same thing with the Perricone one. Definitely think because it is a higher priced product, you would probably want to put a larger sample size because it'll take a little bit more effort to convince the consumer to buy this. You know what I mean? Like it would take a lot for me to buy a $105 serum. 3 out of 5 excitement rate for me. Okay, here we go. Day 14 is this little guy. I wonder what that is. This is our first circular shape in the whole advent calendar. I feel like maybe this is a hair accessory, like a scrunchie or something. Ooh, what's that? Is that Kopari? Oh, it's a little jar. Okay, this is the Kopari Moisture Whipped Ceramide Cream. I will say Kopari does really good things with their body creams, and I haven't used their moisturizer before, so I'm curious about this. I also love this packaging. Let's see what it looks. Ooh. Even though it's a whipped cream, it still looks quite lightweight. It has a very subtle, clean scent to it. Barely noticeable. Barely. Let's feel this on the back of the hand. Ooh, I like that. So it feels more similar to a gel cream than like a whipped thick moisturizer. I typically like gel creams for my oily skin type, but that feels nice. I like the way this feels. This feels like it would be a really good nighttime moisturizer, like a solid nighttime moisturizer. But if my skin is feeling very dehydrated or it needs a little extra loving, I feel like this would be nice during the day. It might be a little thick though. I think that's something I'm gonna have to play around with. Now, if you're super oily, not really sure how you're gonna feel about this, but me personally, as you guys know, I like something that gives me a really dewy look to it. So I'm definitely up to try this out. All right, here is day 15, this little guy right here. Let's open it up. Okay, so day 15 is the Tan Luxe The Face Illuminating Self Tan Drops. So this is in the shade light/medium. I actually own this. So I have the mini size of this as well as the body one. And these are actually nice when it comes to self-tanning drops. The way that I've always done it is I add it to my moisturizer, like the last step of my skincare routine. It is a pretty small bottle, and as you can see, there is a lot of empty space up there. I know that they have to kind of follow guidelines and rules and stuff when it comes to filling bottles like this, but it does look really empty when it's such a small bottle, you know? I don't find myself wanting to self-tan often, but if you do like to self-tan often, this is going to only last you a little while, but if you're like me, it's gonna last you forever because I've had the mini bottle under my bathroom sink for like a year and a half, I wanna say. Now, I usually go for the medium/dark though. I think that's the one that I currently own. So light/medium may not work for me. I don't know, maybe for my face it would work. Like I would just have to go in with a couple additional drops, but this is a good one. I think it adds a little bit of variety to the advent calendar because we have yet to have any sort of self-tanning product. I will say it does seem kind of off, like when you're looking at a Christmas or advent holiday calendar, you know, you're like, why am I getting tanner? I mean, if you tend to lose a lot of your tan when it comes Christmas time, you know, and you want to look a little bit more tan, a little bit more bronzy for your Christmas or your holiday cards, then getting a little thing like this would be nice because you could just use it up throughout that time frame and then you could stop using it until the summertime. So not a bad size, but I will say if it were a smaller advent calendar, like if we did a 12-day or something, this would be like, okay, why is this so small, you know? We have day 16 right here. It looks like a little teddy bear head. Do you see that? It's so cute. Are we ready? Oh, it's Belief. This is actually my sister's favorite moisturizer brand. What is this? It's the Belief Aqua Bomb Sleeping Mask. This is good. This is a good one. Ooh, I haven't used this yet. I've used their moisturizer. Actually, my husband is using the Belief Aqua Bomb moisturizer and he really likes it. Again, it's a gel cream and it looks like this overnight sleeping mask is also a gel cream texture, which is perfect because I don't tend to like to use overnight sleeping products that are thick and greasy because I am acne prone, so I get nervous about those things, but this actually looks like it's going to be super promising. I will say something a little bit deceiving about Belief is their packaging. So as you can see, it looks like this big jar right here, but if you just flip it right there, that's actually all the product that you're getting. So keep that in mind. It's not ginormous. Like it's actually a very small sample size. With sleeping masks, I don't necessarily think that you have to use them every single night, so it would last you quite a while. I think that this would be good for, if I were to guess, if you were using this maybe 2 times a week, maybe a month of use, or 3 weeks of use if you're using it like twice a week. If you're using it every night, then definitely a lot less than that. But I think that this is going to be really nice. I do have other sleeping masks that I like to rotate. I like to rotate through all of my sleeping masks. So having this size, I think would work out well because I'm not just going to have a jar open forever, you know? I'm really excited to try this out. And I think actually my husband would really like to try this. So maybe we'll try it together, see what we think. Day 17, we have a bigger slot. That's what it is, a slot. I've been trying to figure out what it's called. I was like, compartments, spaces, holes. I mean, it could be all those things, but slot was the word I was looking for. Oh, patches. All right, we have the Patchology Flash Patch Rejuvenating Eye Gels. Oh, this is nice. Admittedly, I have like jars of eye patches that I neglect all the time. But look, you get a set of eye patches. I hear good things about Patchology. I don't know if I've ever used them myself. I love a good hydro jelly patch. Like I love a good gel eye patch and like face mask and stuff. I feel like they just feel the best on the skin. They're the most satisfying for me. Oh, there's over 1,000 reviews and 4.3 stars. So seems promising. I definitely want to try this out. Maybe I want to be one of those girls that has an eye patch on whenever I'm doing my makeup, you know, but I just never do it. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll use these. Or again, great for traveling. If you're feeling really tired, if you're feeling like you need a little pick-me-up or refresher, this is good. This is nice to have. If you're like me and you don't typically spend a lot of money on eye patches because you just know that you don't use them often, then this is nice to have like an addition. All right, day 18 is this little guy right here. Let's open it up. Looks like another mini. Origins. Okay, it's the Origins Plantscription Multi-Powered Youth Serum. If I'm remembering this correctly, this is a pretty pricey product. Okay, so a 1.7 ounce of this is $87. This is a 0.17 fluid ounce, by the way. And a 3.4 ounce one is going to be $137. Wow. Again, I think we're seeing a pattern here where the very high ticket price items are going to be the smallest ones in the advent calendar. Makes sense, right? So brands are not going to want to include super large items of their high ticket price items. So the benefits of this, it says it's firming, visible, lifting, minimize appearance of pores, lines, and wrinkles. All right, so it doesn't sound like it's anything revolutionary when it comes to ingredients, you know? I don't know. Who's to say? I have not used this before. I can't say. If you guys have, let me know your thoughts on it. Use AM and PM on face, neck, and décolleté. So that's actually a lot of product that you would be using. This would probably only get you a couple uses. So hopefully this is something that you can see visible results with sooner rather than later. Okay, day 19. Where are you at? Right here. Oh, Peter Thomas Roth, I already know. Yeah, this is the Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. I've actually used this. So this is pretty good, but it's not anything that is game-changing for me. It feels nice and hydrating, and it is going to be that gel cream texture that I really like when it comes to moisturizers. But price point-wise, not my favorite. If you do tend to have really oily skin, then this would be nice because it's not going to overproduce oils on top of the moisturizer, you know, and it's not going to feel thick or heavy or greasy or anything like that. But if you do tend to have really, really dry skin, I think that you might need something a little bit more hydrating than this. Okay, day 20. Another little circle guy right here. Day 20. Another little jar. Oh, it's Strivectin. Ugh. That's the first thing from this box that I'm like, ugh, Strivectin. It is the TL Advanced Tightening Neck Cream. Another neck cream. It's fine. I would rather use the Pericone one than this one. Strivectin was not a great seller whenever I worked at Ulta. It really just sat there and we got a lot of returns for it. It's supposed to be highly concentrated. It's supposed to be like medical grade. Out of the 20 things that we've opened so far, this is my least favorite, I gotta say. I might pass this one on. Okay, we're in the 20s. 21. What is it? What is it? I can't see. Oh, it's a fragrance, right? Ooh, it's from the brand Vacation. And it's the scent Vacation. So I have their sunscreen spray and I really, really like it. My husband actually really likes it too. We have 2 bottles, one in our entryway and one in one of my purses somewhere. I've never smelled this. It has petitgrain essence, coconut water, coconut milk, bergamot, solar musk, banana, pineapple, pool water, swimsuit, lycra, and sea salt. It smells like a swimsuit. Does it smell like sunscreen? It does. It smells like the sunscreen. Sunscreen and pool and a little bit of sweetness. I kind of like that. That's kind of weird though, because again, this is a holiday calendar and this reminds me of summertime. Maybe if you really, really love summertime, you really love the smell of summer, being by the pool, sunscreen. You should wear sunscreen all the time, but I smell a lot of that banana and pineapple, which is so interesting because I'm not a fan of bananas. It's not heavily sunscreen fragranced, but it's heavy on the tropical by the pool scent. I'm not huge on fragrances because they typically give me giant headaches, but this one I could probably give an exception to because, I don't know, it smells fresh, but it also smells like summer. That makes me happy. I don't know, that made me really happy. Okay, 22. I see it right here. Exuviance. Another brand for me. Now I want to say that these brands are not bad brands. They're just not ones that I typically would go for because I don't think that their marketing or their products are catered to my age range or me. So this is the Overnight Transformation Complex. It's for sensitive, dry skin. I do have sensitive skin, but I don't have dry skin. It says revitalize and transform skin while you sleep. Ooh, it's like a blue cream. That's pretty. It has polyhydroxy acids, hyaluronic acid, vitamins A, C, and E. Okay, let's go ahead and try this out. You know, for a moisturizer that's catered to dry skin, it doesn't seem to be heavy. It actually feels like a moisturizer that I would use at nighttime. So it doesn't feel like it's going to be too heavy, too greasy on the skin. I actually really like the way this feels. Oh, there is a fragrance. There's definitely a fragrance in there. It's very light, a little floral, but also a little spa-like. I am not super convinced yet because again, it's just not a brand that I'm super familiar with. But when I worked at Ulta, not a huge seller. Not a lot of people were running to Exuviance, you know? I might gift it. I might give it to my mom. I feel like it might be something that my mom might like. Okay, second to last day. Day 23, guys. Right here. Hopefully it's something good. Ooh, Dry Bar. Another hair product. I don't think we've been heavy on the hair products, which I really appreciate. Okay, I think this is our 4th hair product. This is the Liquid Glass Miracle Smoothing Sealant. This might be nice, especially because I live in a more humid climate. I feel like something that is smoothing would be really beneficial. Now, I do have thicker hair, so if you have very thin hair, maybe something like a sealant will not be great for you. I've seen minis of this, I'm pretty sure. So this is $34. It has 450 reviews, 4.2 stars, not terrible. Heat activated technology. Okay, so you use it with a heat tool. Leaves a super glossy, silky finish without weighing hair down. That's pretty important to me. It seems very heavy on protein type of ingredients. So again, it's gonna be a bond builder. It's gonna help to seal those cuticles and those strands. So I think that maybe this is going to be something that you want to use sparingly. I think that this is actually a really good size. Personally for me, I don't really use smoothing sealants. So having a mini like this for days that I think that I need the extra smoothing might be good. Maybe a lot of you guys have tried it. Let me know. Okay, last day. We are on our very last day. Hopefully it's something good. I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that they're ending this with a bang. Good Genes, Sunday Riley. This is their lactic acid treatment. I actually have the full size bottle of this and I kind of rotate it in my skincare routine. I like this. I find that it's not super aggressive on the skin. I think it gives a really nice gentle chemical exfoliation on the skin. It says it deeply exfoliates the dull surface of the skin for clarity, radiance, and younger looking skin. I can personally tell you guys that I like this a lot. I think that it works really nicely on my skin. If I want to go in with the chemical exfoliant, this is always one that I consider. I do skin cycles, so I exfoliate, I do retinol, and then I have recovery days where it's just hydration, and then I do that all throughout the week. So I use chemical exfoliants maybe 2-3 times a week. I think that this tube is quite small when you look at it. It's definitely a very small little guy, but I don't use a lot of this. I would say maybe I use a pea-size amount of this all over my face, and it's plenty, and then I can like move it down my neck as well. I don't know if you would see results by the end of using this tube. It also feels a little bit empty. Like I feel like it's only this much full from what I can kind of tell. Those were all of the days out of this calendar. That was so fun. That was so much fun for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Overall, I think this calendar was way worth it. I mean, it was only $60. So in my opinion, from the advent calendars I've seen online, that is on the lower price range. You get pretty good, very reputable brands. I mean, some of them, like the sample sizes, they're quite small, right? But we already have a little bit of credibility from these brands. At least I do. I have experience from them. They're not some one-off random brand that Ulta sells, you know? Like these are actually some of their top sellers. So I think that's an incredible, incredible value. If this is something that you want to gift someone that you know is a very big fan of skincare or like beauty stuff in general, this is great because you don't have to commit them to one full-size product, you know? You get to give them 24 different little products. Well, actually 23 plus one full-size product. Overall, I think this was a great value. I think it was a great advent calendar. It was so much fun. I think that you would have tons of fun opening this up. Or if you gift it, I think whoever you gift it to would have so much fun opening this advent calendar up. 10 out of 10 experience. I don't know if it's because it was my very first advent calendar or if it was just a really good one. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this. If you think that this was a good advent calendar. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.